What's up, guys? Just waking up from a nap here in Claremont. About to go to the store and give me something to drink. Extremely thirsty right now. I hope y'all doing all right. This is day one. I can't complain. Went pretty good. I got a video on it that you guys can check out and see how the day one of not orientation, but the day one of school. So yeah, it feels pretty good out here. Not too bad. I will say that one of the things that really stood out to me today, sorry for the glare, is that the whole air brakes thing, the whole pre-trip really, but I'm really starting off with the air brakes. I feel like that's one of the things that I kind of need to tend to right now for myself, from my understanding of it. So that's what I plan on doing. Tomorrow is the 4th of July. So that means we're off, no school, which is kind of a bummer because that means we miss a day and we cannot make that day up. So that means, you know, you got to go home and do your homework. That's important. You have got to do that. I mean, a teacher can sit in the front of a desk all day and ramble all day and tell you all kinds of things and really be giving you good information and really be teaching, but it's up to you to grasp that knowledge. It's up to you to take advantage of that and make it worth something. It's up to you to do that, and that's what it is. It's up to you. Anyway, I'll be back, guys. Okay, I'm back. But yeah, that's very important. That's very important. If you understand that, you're already one step ahead, you know, because it's not their job to make us learn. It's their job to teach us, but not to make us learn. So, yeah, that's what it is. I got a lot of paperwork that I need to go over and study. Tomorrow's 4th of July, so I'm going to use that time to study. We don't have class, so I'm just going to use that time to study. There's nothing else really I could do with that time, you know what I mean? I don't plan on going nowhere. I was planning on being in the classroom, so it's all good. Other than that, that's about it. You know, our day today pretty much consists of, you know, we got there at 7 o'clock. Well, I was early. I got there about 6:30 actually. The class started at about 7:30. It didn't even start at 7. An instructor was like doing whatever for 30 minutes. And then after that, we talked to one of the head guys who kind of explained Swift to us, the company and everything, and kind of like how to work our clock, you know what I mean? How to try to stay away from the 34-hour reset, which is good information, because I heard there's truckers that been trucking for a while that still don't know how to really manage that well. So that's good to know. Definitely. And then too, it's kind of one of those things that's trial and error, you know what I mean? You got to try it out in order to know if it'll work for you or not, you know what I mean? And when I say that, depending on how many hours you drive. You know, you might not drive the same amount of hours every day. You know, so, and that's the thing right there. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to get in my room. So yeah, I feel like if you really be here for the right reasons, you know, I feel like you're gonna get as much effort out as you put in. I feel that. I truly believe that. I truly believe that. That's why I'm putting forth all of my effort, you know, so I can get everything in return that I'm trying to get. You know what I mean? It's very simple. You study, you learn it, you pass it. That's it. You know, of course you need to remember it, you know what I mean, but learning it is your first step. You know what I mean? After you learn it, well, yeah, after you learn it, by studying and listening in class, definitely lots and lots of studying, because you gotta think about it. It's a lot of people in that class. Could be, at least. Now, for my class, it's 25 people. So, that's a good amount of people. So, guys, I'm getting ice. Need ice, man. It's hot out here. We in Southern California. It's hot. It's hot right now in this building. It felt better outside for whatever reason. It's hot as fuck in here. Ice machine going real slow. It's ridiculous. Sweating. Let me get no more. I have to ask somebody. Excuse me, sir. Is this the only ice machine?
Yeah, no, we have outside too.
Outside?
Outside too.
It's upstairs?
You just go straight, it's right down across the garden.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
No problem.
First, I'm gonna get some water too. Been drinking water all day. I ain't had no juice in like since I left home, and I've been out for about, let me see what. Just a couple days. It seemed like a long time though. It's really not. I'm used to drinking juice and all the time and stuff, and now I'm drinking water. So yeah, it's a bit of a difference, but kind of losing train of thought a little bit. Anyway, yeah. So it's a lot of us in my class. You know what I mean? And you know, what can you expect? You know, what can you expect from one instructor? You know, this dude showed us our pre-trip today. You know what I mean? He went out there and did a pre-trip, and you know, he's doing it, but you know, and you hear him, but you're not seeing all compartments. You know what I mean? That he's pointing to. If you're in the back of the crowd, how are you going to see that? You know, how are you going to see that and match that up? And then they're like, oh, well, there's videos on it. Go watch the video. Okay. Kind of the same thing with the video. You know what I mean? It's a little better, you know, from what I've seen. but it's still like you don't have, you don't have that. Oh, okay, now, yeah, you're gonna check, these U-boats, and you point to the U-boats and show them on the camera. That's what I wanted to see, so I could see exactly what I'm supposed to be pointing out. You know what I mean? But I think it's really, you gotta work at it. You gotta practice. You gotta practice it. You know. You gotta practice it. You gotta ask questions. There we go. Ice. You gotta ask questions. That's the most important thing. You know. I spoke with this guy in class today, and he was saying how he went through all of today, and which was his day one, just like mine, and he didn't learn anything. And I'm like, yo, like, you sitting right in the fucking classroom with me, you know? I'm soaking stuff up. Like, I know I don't know everything, that he's talking about, even today, you know what I mean? It's going to take some time. You got to learn it. You got to go home and study it. Study those packets that they give you. But I just don't understand how you've got nothing from the class today. Honestly, and don't get me wrong, this dude, English is not his first language. He's from Ethiopia, and he understands English pretty okay, you know what I mean? He understands okay, but he's got to put in that extra effort because English is not his first language, but to me that shows that, you're not really paying good attention, you know what I mean? And even if you're not paying good attention, like, ask questions. Asking questions is so critical. It really is, and I come to find out some people don't ask questions and they're waiting for other people to ask questions. You know what I mean? That's not good, because what if this person doesn't have the same questions that you have? What if you're wondering nobody asked, and then you're not going to ask? So what does that mean? You're not going to know. There was one girl in class today. She was asking questions all day. She was asking. I was about to ask a question, and she beat me to it. That kind of stuff is good. Why? Because she's asking questions that I'm wondering, and I'm getting ready to ask these questions. You know what I mean? But in her mind is working just like mine. I need to ask. So she asks. And it's not who asks. It's not about who asks. I don't care that she asked before me. Hey, good. Long as the question get asked. That's what I care about. As long as we get the information. And that's what I care about. As long as we get the information. So yeah, that's that. A lot of paperwork. Paperwork's not even done yet. I am not even an employee yet. Imagine the employee paperwork that I'm going to have to do. So I'm just trying to prepare myself. So pretty much after we did, in class work, we was in class like all day up until about 2:45. Then we went out, and that's when we did the pre-trip. And then we came back in, answered any questions, and kind of went over a little bit of our paperwork. And then that was it for today. And so the first things we're supposed to learn is air brakes, pre-trip, you know what I mean, which is a part of your part of your air brakes. Your pre-trip is your air brakes is a part of your pre-trip, and skills, and then driving. So that's the order that everything goes in, and I'm gonna show you some of this paperwork that I have, some of these packets. This right here is showing, I know you guys can't see it, but this is showing a, yeah, I know you guys can't see that. It's showing how your pre-trip, this is your score sheet for your pre-trip, you know? This is your score sheet. You know? As you can see, I took some notes and stuff, trying to make sure I get this information down. Because this, you see this 36 points? It's 36 points just for, you know, you naming the things from the front axle. That's about half of your points right there. You know what I mean? So that kind of stuff you need to know, because that is very important. That's very important to know. You know what I mean? Also, too, you know, logs. How you gonna do your paper logs? You know, you need to know how to do paper logs, just in case the computer goes down. You know, they do it all the time. Computers definitely go down. You need to know how to do the paper logs. Very simple. You know what I mean? You will learn how to do that. Other than that, we got a few handouts about, you know, backing a trailer. That's helpful. Double clutching. I have not went through this packet. I've never driven a stick before. So this is something that I'm going to definitely be paying attention to and asking questions about when I get to my instructor, you know, my mentor, asking questions about this, because this is something I'm definitely unsure about for the time being. Let me see. We got straight backing and all the kinds of backing, you know, that we're going to be doing. This right here is showing you, giving you a list of about the vehicle inspection. And, you know, it's labeling exactly where on the truck that is that you're checking. That's for your pre-trip. Pre-trip is very important. You don't get through the pre-trip, that's it. That's how they explained it to me. This is log procedures and requirements. You know, those logs are legal documents. Once you sign it, it becomes a legal document. So what you put on there is important. It's important that you put the truth on there. You know, sexual harassment policy. Same normal workplace environment shit, right? Don't sexually harass nobody. Don't say nothing sexually. Keep it workplace appropriate. You know, that's very simple. That's something that I don't have to. I'm not gonna have to study that. I'm not even gonna have to read this packet because I already know what it's about. Other than that, this is the drug test information. This was for P-test. P-test I did today. Okay? You know? Let's see. We're going to give you our itinerary, letting you know every day what's going on, you know, how your day is going to go. That's very helpful. They even have one for dress code. I don't need to read that. Just keep it appropriate, you know what I mean? Pretty much. So yeah, so I also learned that about the highways, you know what I mean? I didn't know that the highways go like they do, you know what I mean? As far as up and down, vertical is odd numbers, highways, you know what I mean? And parallel is even number highways, you know what I mean? It lets you know kind of your elevation, where you at, you know what I mean? In the odd highways, you know what I mean, on the east and west, you know what I mean? I also learned today that Texas has the lowest bridges. That's important to know, you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure at one point I will be going through Texas, you know what I mean? So that's important to know, you know what I mean? Little information like that. I will be getting me an atlas as soon as I can, getting me an atlas so I can better learn how to read a map, you know? Actually really learn how to read the atlas. That's definitely important too. something I've never done before. So it's you know, something I'm also looking forward to as well, to learning how to do that, so I know how to do it. You know what I mean? GPS is not the most reliable thing. I do not want to be one of those people who gets lost because Google or whoever, it don't have to be Google, it could be the fucking what's that shit called? It could be the trucker GPS that's leading me in the wrong direction. Okay? It's taking me on a road that I don't know. I also learned that in the Atlas, highways of no color are forbidden for us to go on. Again, important information. That is important information to know. That is something you need to know. You know what I mean? Definitely. And that's all of this stuff is what I'm learning. What I've learned today. You know what I mean? Just in today. That's another reason why, you know what I mean, I was so confused when the guy tells me he learned nothing today. You know what I mean? And I told him, well, you got to start asking questions. It's definitely true that the only stupid question is the one you do not ask. That's definitely true. Okay? Other than that, there's no stupid questions. That's a true statement. My teacher told me that one time, and it's come to be true. It's very true. You definitely want to ask questions. Other than that, that concludes day 1 of school. And that was it. That was it right there. Other than that, I will do another video. Probably, even though we don't have school tomorrow, I'll still probably do a video tomorrow on the things that I'm finding out in these packets, because I'm definitely going to read these packets, and I want to know exactly what's going on, what it's telling me, what I need to know, and what I don't know. You know what I mean? So that's definitely what I'm going to go into depth with that tomorrow. And yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling confident about it. You know what I mean? I feel better today than I did yesterday. And that's that. Until then, you guys be safe. You guys stay positive. That's the most important thing for you, to stay positive. If you stay positive, that's one step that you've already completed. Until then, this is Smooth C. I'll see you guys later. Peace.